Greetings, everybody. This past Saturday, yesterday, the 22nd, I was at the Windy City Pulp and Paper Convention, and I'm trying to find a flyer. I thought I had a flyer from that from the show, but apparently I don't. What's this? Pulp Fest? No, this is something else. This is Pulp Fest in Mars, Pennsylvania. Oh, here. I got my badge. It was the Windy City Pulp and Paper Convention. I was there yesterday, Saturday the 22nd, with my friend Leo. And I'll show you some clips from that in a few moments. But before I get in to showing those clips, I want to talk about something else. I want to kind of set the record straight, give you my perspective on something. This past Wednesday on the Four Color Fossils, I had, when it was my turn to come on and talk about comics and show some books, I had mentioned something about the amount of time Gratu spent on the previous week. I was joking around, I said 45 minutes, and he said 45 minutes, and I had told him right away, I'm just kidding, I'm joking. I think it was like 28 minutes or something, and then I guess he was upset that I had said that, and he asked me how I knew that was 28 minutes. I said, well, I have a timer. And he said, so you're timing me? I said, well, no, I mean, this is what I use. It's kind of a, see, it's at 2:05. Let me see something here. If I can, well, anyway, it's not working right now. You set it, like at 2 hours, which is what I do when I go on a show. I set it at 2 hours, and it counts down to 0, and that's what Mike likes to keep the show at, around 2 hours. And so I was using this, and then it went down to about, I don't know, when it was my turn. I don't know, maybe it was at around 65 minutes, and so I use it, let's say it goes down to 55, then I know I was on there for 10 minutes, and the only reason I use the timer is because I've only used it the last 3 times that I was on the Four Color Fossils, because I had talked to Mike a few weeks ago about, he was asking me if I was going to be on the stream, and I said, well, I don't have too many comics right now to show, but I have a few comic books, but I got some toys I can show. And he said, as long as you don't spend a lot of time to me. So I didn't take that as an offense or anything. I just figured, well, okay, yeah, I don't want to spend a lot of time. So I started using this timer that I had. I used to use this early on when YouTube only allowed you 15 minutes. When you first started on YouTube, they only give you like 15 minutes. So I was using this, and it went down to about 33 minutes or so, and Gratu finally came on, and I'm talking about the show on the 12th, Wednesday, April 12th. He had some problems, with his computer and stuff, so he came on late. And so when he came on, he said he was going to use two turns, count them as one, or whatever, something like that, and I'm looking at my clock, and I said, well, the stream, it's almost over, it's towards the end, so I'm just, looking at it to see how much time was left. And then when he was finished, I looked at it, and it was like 28 minutes passed. So I knew that, well, there was only about 5 minutes left in the show, so I knew Micah was going to be ending it, but I could see that it was 28 minutes. It was just a fluke on my part. I just happened, to see that, because I've used it only for the last 3 times that I was on the stream. And the only reason I'm using it, because I talked to Micah a few weeks ago, or several weeks ago, about, he asked me if I was going to be on the show, and, see, it's counting down already. And I said, yeah, I can be on the show. I don't have too many comics to show, but I have some toys I can show and a few comic books. And he said, as long as that's okay, I show some toys. And he said, yeah, as long as you don't, as long as you don't take too long. So that's when I started, and I didn't take offense to that. He said, as long as you don't take too long. So that's when I started using this. I don't time people with this. I was using it more for myself so that I don't go overboard with the time. So anyway, so he asked me how come I knew, and I told him because of this, and he was very offended by it, and so much so, I guess I hurt his feelings, and he went off the StreamYard. He just clicked off, and I meant nothing malicious. I meant nothing to ever hurt somebody's feelings, and it was all, I was joking around, teasing, but apparently some people are more sensitive than others, and I should have realized that, and sometimes I don't, and I didn't, see anything wrong with it, but apparently he was, very upset about it, and he left the StreamYard, and I called him immediately after that. I left a phone message because he wasn't picking up. I was apologizing. I left text messages to apologize. I wasn't serious. I was only kidding. I was just joking. And that's what I said in the StreamYard. I was just teasingly, jokingly saying that. And what else did I say? I said I was just yanking your chain. To me, that's a figure of speech that means I'm teasing you. I wasn't serious about it, but he took it serious and was offended by it, so I kept on apologizing. And even now, I feel bad about it because I didn't. Obviously, it was nothing malicious. It was something that I think that we are making a mountain out of a molehill. I say we, not anybody specifically. But, so that he didn't come back, and then even though I apologize, and I still feel bad about it, it was stupid, the dumb thing to do. I'll admit that, and when I apologize, it comes from deep inside. When I apologize, it means it. I mean it. So then on Thursday, he did roughly a 4-hour stream, and intermittently he started talking about me, saying some things that I didn't know that he felt that way. So it was saying something like, one of the things that I think he said was that he was upset about the whole thing with the timing, that I'm timing people, and if I'm timing him, I'm timing other people as well, which is, not true. I just explained it, what I was doing with it. It was just a fluke. See, now it's down to the 2-hour mark, and it goes all the way down to 0. So, and that's when I just looked at it at the time when he went on, and I knew it was close to the StreamYard ending. So anyway, then he did that video on Thursday, and he says I unsubscribed to him like 14 times. I think he said 14 times, and I'm thinking, what? I unsubscribed to his... I assume he's talking about YouTube, that I unsubscribed to him 14 times? I have no idea what he's talking about, what that's supposed to mean. I know, however, that... there were several times. Is my video, is this getting blurry here? Is it my glasses? Anyway, a few times when I get notifications on my phone. I see he's got a new video, so I go and I click on, the link there to his video, and it says I have to sign in, and I'm saying, what I got to sign in for? Because I'm on, the app is already on. I'm signed in on the app. So, but anyway, so I signed in, and as soon as I get this channel, I see subscription. So, I mean, it says subscribe. So I click on that to subscribe again, and I'm going, what? What? And then it says unsubscribe, which means now you're subscribed. So that happened to me with YouTube several times, 4 or 5 times over the course of the last, say, 3 years or so. 5 times, maybe I'll stretch it by maybe saying 6 times. But I had nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that at all. That was like YouTube doing something. I don't know. But I've talked to other people, and the same thing had happened to them. I even talked to one of the other fossils. They told me the same thing happened to them with Gratu as well. But, only 1 time or so. But with me, it was like roughly 5 times, but certainly not 14 times. I don't even know where he got the idea that I would do that 14 times. It's just not true. And then he said maybe I did that because I was unhappy with something that he might have said or something. I'm not 10 years old. I'm not gonna, if I'm unhappy with something he says, I'll leave a comment or I'll contact him and talk to him, But I think this video is blurry, or is it my imagination? Let me stop this and start it again. Oh, there you are. Yeah, so, yeah, it was blurry. Well, anyway, back to this. Then, he, I guess, intermittently was talking about other things that about me that, I don't know, when we were on, for instance, we were on the, no, it was myself, Jambo, and Gratu were on his Sunday stream, and we were in Gotham City Comics store via the stream, and he was showing some stuff that we were looking at things that he was going to be selling, and if we were interested in it, we can buy it. So there was some Golden Age stuff that we were looking at, and Jambo, took those books. He jumped on it, took the books, and I hesitated. I looked at them. I cannot even remember what exactly they were, but I hesitated. So he got the books, and I'm happy that he got them. Didn't bother me. And then he came to the point where he was showing some weird war tales, and I collect the Star Spangled War stories with the monsters on it, dinosaurs and stuff, and weird war tales I collect, but I don't have that many, maybe 3 or 4, and so when he showed those, I jumped on it and said, I'll take the weird war tales, whatever you have. So Gratu was talking about that, and he said that wasn't something he didn't like. I guess he was interested in those comics as well. If he had told me right away, he said, hey, I would like to get some of those comics too. If he has, that many, I bought like 14 of them, I would have, split it with him. I said, okay, you pick out half and I'll take half. Or if he was that, wanted him that desperately, hell, I would send it to him and charge him the same price what I paid. It wasn't that a big deal for me. I didn't know it was a big deal for him. I thought I was there to buy some stuff. So he didn't like the way I guess I jumped on it and took the books right away. I didn't mean anything by it. Not at all. But, I'm sorry that I did that. I'm not even going to be buying anything, off of a live stream anymore. I'm not going to do it because of that, if he thinks that, I'm not uh, doing the wrong thing. And again, I apologize for that. Um, what else was there? Was something else? I don't know. I think, something about featured channels. He was upset. He showed my channel with me on it, and then he showed the featured channels, and he said, look, I'm not featured. I'm not one of his channels that he featured, and I'm supposed to be one of his favorite channels, but he doesn't feature me. Something like that. I don't know. I just don't remember exactly what he said, but if he would have, a few years ago, I was doing what was a rotating thing. Because YouTube only allowed a certain amount of channels that you can feature. So I was experimenting with rotating the channels and stuff like that. And I was putting them in alphabetical order and so forth. And then I just stopped and I forgot about it. And because I don't really pay attention to any of that much. So until he mentioned that, and then I went to his channel to see, to take a look at what channels he has featured, and it was still the same 4 channels that he always had featured from years ago. And I remember a few years ago he was talking about Fredflix, and that was one of the channels that he features. You got to check it out. So I went on his featured channels and I checked out Fredflix and I subscribed to him. But I noticed at that time I wasn't on there. But I don't care. I mean, sometimes he probably forgets and doesn't think about those things like I don't think about those things. So it's not a big deal. But apparently it was to him. And if he would just have spoken to me and asked me, privately or whatever, so you don't have to be embarrassed. I mean, we were supposed to be friends. You can tell me that, hey, can you feature me on your channel or whatever. I mean, I know it sounds weird, but I would have done it and thought nothing of it. So I'm sorry I didn't put you on the featured channel list. Now, I guess he doesn't want to be friends with me anymore, so I don't know. He probably doesn't care if I, feature him as a channel on my YouTube channel or not. So I don't know. I mean, all because of this stupid, timer that I got. Only because Micah, the graphic man, had asked me not to spend too much, time on it. That's all I was doing. I'm not. And then I'm not clicking and timing people. You said if he's being timed, then I'm timing everybody else, and that's not what I was doing. I already explained it, and I'm apologize for that using the timer. I'm sorry. I meant nothing. It certainly wasn't anything malicious, but apparently it meant something to him, and I hurt his feelings, and I'm really, really sorry about that. And then he said I shouldn't have said I'm yanking your chain, which is what I said. And what did he say? That don't say that you're yanking my chain because I'm not a dog. And I'm thinking to myself, what talking about? I don't think you're a dog. Yanking your chain is like teasing you is all I meant. So now he thinks that I guess he thinks that maybe I insulted him with that statement. So I'm apologizing for that. I did not mean anything malicious. I'm very sorry. I don't do those kind of things. not deliberately. The whole thing is just crazy. I think that we are making a mountain out of a molehill. But I do understand that other people have different sensitivities. And now that I realize, that he is got a little bit more sensitive than other people, I won't be joking around about these things. And I feel terrible about it. Even now, I still feel terrible about it. But, I don't know. The whole thing was just crazy, and I was just looking at some of the stuff I picked up here. So I guess it seems like they don't want to be friends with me, meaning he and his wife. That's okay. I respect that. I hold no grudge, nothing against them at all. I like Ratu. I like his wife. I got respect for his wife. I think she's a good person, a nice lady. But if they don't want my friendship, that's okay. I understand that. That's fine. But I don't know what else to do. I really don't. I apologize. I really mean that, and but I don't think there was any reason where he said all these other things about me, and so I guess he was so mad that he must have held those things in and never talked to me about these things. If he would have talked to me about all these other things, if they bothered him, then we could have, straightened it out. We're supposed to be friends. You're supposed to be able to talk to me, and then I'll say, well, with the Gotham City thing, I would have split the books with him. It's not a big deal to me. If he would have answered the phone and told me, I'm very mad, you shouldn't have said that, and I would have been able to work with him and talked it out. I'm not trying to do anything malicious. I like his channel. It's one of my favorite channels to watch. But even though he wasn't featured, because I just don't think about stuff like that. And that's another thing he could have, asked me. But, if he doesn't want to be friends with me or want my friendship anymore, that's fine. I understand that. It's not a big deal. I'm sorry I did that. I hope that when and if we're on the Four Color Fossils show at the same time, I'll be congenial and friendly. And that's all I can do. And that's all, I guess I'm going to say, all because of this timer and this more of a countdown clock. See, it's counting down now. It's 1:46, and then it goes down to like I said, it went down to, now it's blurry again. Come on, what the hell? Let's see if I can do this. Now it's clear again. It gets blurry from time to time. But anyway, so this is what started it all. I wouldn't even have had this, except that I want to, if there's like 5 or 6 people on the stream, I can clock myself. Say like I come in at 50 minutes or whatever. I can clock myself and I can say, well, there's, 50 minutes left, and it's, or an hour left, 60 minutes. I can clock myself and keep it at 10 minutes, and then everybody gets 2 turns. That's what I'm thinking. I'm not thinking that, I don't want anybody else to have more time than me. I'm not 10 years old. I'm 71 years old. I can't play 12-year-old games. So that's not what I do, and I wouldn't even have this if it wasn't, for Mike, mentioning something if I don't spend a lot of time showing the toys and stuff. And he's right. Everybody wants to have a certain amount of time, but I certainly don't want more time than somebody else and stuff. So that's why I started using it. And when it went down to 34 minutes, 33 minutes, I could see that he was on for 28 minutes and the show was almost over. I just looked at it. It was a fluke. I just happened to look. It's the end of the show, and I want to know how much time was left. It's like a fluke. I saw 28 minutes had passed, and that, I'm really sorry. I apologize. I didn't mean to hurt his feelings. Not at all. So, I don't know what else to say. That's all I can do. I'm going to show you some clips now from that. I bought some Pulps when I was there. They had a bunch of free comic books from 2019, free comic book day comics. Just really weird stuff from 2019. I don't even think in 2019 that I picked up anything from free comic book day. Here's this artwork. It's Riverdale. Picked these up. They were free. But just to give you an idea, I'll show you one Pulp real quick. I don't want to show all the ones I picked up, but this is one of them. I think it's from 1945. I didn't pay $15 for it. Oh, it says, what does it say there? It says $19, no, it says $15. And I think that's 1945. Yeah, 1945. So I'll show these, you know, in another video. But right now, I'm going to show some clips from the Windy City Pulp and Paper Convention in Lombard.
and you'll find my work. I spent 3 years with Marvel Comics drawing. You know my work. You know Indiana Jones? High-end directors. That's where the money is. There you go. Receipt. That's what they're there for. So. Yeah. Well seen. Well, they don't sing to make art. They sing.
No, they sing basically the communication.
They sing almost every other creature spends its entire life seeking food. So everything they do is about surviving, sleeping, and eating. And they're all but I know of no other creature that creates any piece of art. I mean, spiders create webs, but that's the catch. That's great. That has nothing to do with art. Some of them are very beautiful. We were hoping to get the museum remote. We haven't got
Hey, you made it!
Yeah, I didn't.
I'm good, thanks.
It's like 10% or whatever, either over here or television. Yeah, I might even keep it. He does.
15.
I'm coming.
Okay, good. We have some more. Because I brought extras because I knew this one was.
Oh, good. Now it's
Yeah. That was, yeah, I always loved it.
I'm on Facebook. You can always write me on Facebook. And then Chuck goes, well, it sounds like you have a great okay. You know, the nice thing about seeing you right now is putting all these
Something to.
they meeting you here?
Just walking around. I found a super low grade.
Wow.
Low grade Leo finds here.
Yeah, that's nice.
Some water damage, some white spots. Detached cover, but pretty good.
Nice.
For that, hey, look at those season.
What, the guy back here?
Yeah.
He's right here.
It's a complete set, and I've got the ad flyer with it too.
Very cool. Yeah.
That's out of my collection.
Yeah, that's
If I don't sell it, it's going home, and I'm happy with it.
Yeah, right. If you get that price, fantastic. Right, you're happy.
Yeah.
You don't get it? Yeah.
I'm not 200 off it. We're good.
Oh, I was just videotaping those.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy them now. I'm gonna see what I can do. If there's anything else that can be done with that, that'll be great.
Oh,
Oh,
$30 sound good?
oh,
Knock
that's
10
great.
off?
I appreciate it.
Okay, no problem. This one got Lone Ranger, Mandrake, and Popeye in them. Yeah.
Yeah, those are nice.
Well, you probably didn't see that. You better charge him more.
No, I'm gonna do what I can when I can. That's it.
All right, thank you, sir.
I
Appreciate it.
appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
Just me
Now,
downsizing.
what did you say? Today is National Record Day?
It's Record Store Day.
Record Store Day. I never even heard of that.
So they've been doing it for about 20 years. They press limited edition vinyl for Record Store Day, and people line up at like a midnight last night for record stores because sometimes some of the releases are like they do 500 copies.
Wow.
So there's like one copy for every record store in the country.
I had no idea that they even did that.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Limited vinyl. They do limited color vinyl, limited 45s.
Wow. I had no idea.
Aaron, did you see Eric? Is he in the room?
What is that?
Yeah,
It's got the Checkerboard Racing Band, otherwise known as
go check.
otherwise known as Go-Go Tricks.
Oh, this is a nice cover. Look at that.
It is.
Deep freeze. Reference to Vietnam and the climate. Ooh.
How much was that?
The one with $40.
It's not too bad.
Yeah, that's not bad. Dracula, #1. Good variety.
Then Jim Steranko was back there.
Did you meet him?
No, I met him before. I took some video of him.
Yeah. What are the odds? Your favorite cover right here?
Yeah. How much they were for that?
$325.
How much?
$325.
I love that cover.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
good.
I got
Jack
a
Kirby.
couple of copies of it.
Those are like 3 of my favorite books to buy.
Okay. I don't know if they have dinner here, do you know?
They're going to choose the right.
Okay.
Good to see you.
I have that.
I don't know if I have. I haven't been to school.
Oh wow.
Yeah, there's some Charleston Aberdeen.
The rest will be DC. It goes Marvel and DC. And then half the cost now. Serious suspense. Really nice.
My dad was thinking,
I'm going to show my buddy here. The first copy of The Question. Steve Ditko.
Real nice.
Oh yeah, this is one that I've been really looking for. This is a really nice one, Steve Ditko. Beautiful cover. They have a reproduction. They did a volume 3, and they have a reprint, but this is the original.
I have, I got both the reprint and the original copy.
Sure.
Some detective books that I had brought here like 3 years in a row. They were like 10 to 40 now. And I said, they hadn't been selling them, so I put some of them.
He got trapped again. He got trapped again, huh? Well, we're taking off, Larry.
Okay.
You wanted to say hi.
I know we probably met a long time ago at Wizard World after it changed over to a different name. So.
Yeah, thanks for telling me about this, man. And
Buy stuff?
Huh?
Buy stuff?
Yeah, even the
Too much,
newspapers.
huh?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be in trouble, man. If she finds out, I'm gonna be in real trouble.
Nobody has to know why.
I don't know how I'm gonna pay for it. You know, I got like $4,500. Ooh, look at that.
What do we got? Jackson, okay. But these are 1970.
Yeah, they're all from 68 to 74.
This is a pretty good new history. Well, thank you very much.
it's really a weird thing.
These are pretty preserved. I mean, I have some from earlier days, the Bulls era and all, and they're all frayed up a little bit.
It's like an odd chewing it.
Yeah, no, for me, I got too much debt on my card right now as it is. 4.5 debt on my card that I gotta pay off.
Little by little.
And I need a furnace. All right, take it easy, Larry. I'll see you. Bye.
It's not your fault.
Okay, I'll be by the water.
No, I have no illusion about my.
Where do I go? Oh, that's the water over there. These are the vodka martinis. This is the kind of convention mini con that I love. No toys, no effing Funko Pops, just Pulps, comics, and movie posters, and lobby cards. Just solid ephemera. And no cosplay. No cosplay. So, the guy that you saw me talking to, who had the newspapers, the dealer who had the newspapers, that was Larry Sherritt. He opened up the first comic book store in Chicago. Well, him and Joe Zarno always competed as to who, opened up the first store, but Larry opened up an actual physical store in 1972. I used to go in there, and that's how I met him. And he closed it some 32 years later. Opened in 72. I think he closed shop around 2004 or something like that. But Larry also was instrumental, one of the creators of the Chicago Comic Con that became Wizard World, which eventually became Fan Expo. So that was Larry Sherritt. Friend of mine. I visit him sometimes over at his place, his apartment. He's still got comic books there from his store that are stacked up to here, and it's kind of crazy, but it's fun, fun to go see him and talk with him and look at some stuff that he still has from the store. Brings back a lot of memories. The guy you saw in that khaki jumpsuit that was talking, that was Jim Steranko. He, I guess I was lucky to get a clip going, a video clip going. He has a sign there. It says no photos, but, I'm taking a video clip. I'm not photographing anything. But, yeah, that was Jim Steranko. He's a big Pulp guy, so I didn't even know. He wasn't on the venue, so I didn't know he was even going to be there. I wasn't aware of that, but that's who that was. But anyway, I want to thank everybody for sticking around this long, and yeah, I'll show some of these, what I picked up there. I'll show some of the stuff in another video, and until then, next time, everybody live long and be well. Take care.